Ladies and gentlemen, I'm not going to take too much of your time tonight. I promise it will be one of the shortest Newsbeat shows this year. We're going to talk about $1,000 Tesla, why I bought Tesla calls overnight, how is my 100 EMA strategy actually working now, our algo levels, our final thoughts. I am Mark Melnick. This is the Newsbeat show. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Newsbeat Show. Have a fun little quick agenda for you tonight. Kindly on the next slide, pause the video and then watch it after you read it. Thank you so much for reading that. Okay, let's go right into the agenda here. We're going to talk about Tesla, $1,000, question mark, since it has never gotten there. How's the 100 EMA strategy working? Our algo levels and our final thoughts. So we're just going to go ahead and start off with Tesla. And again, as a Newsbeat Live member, you get access to all my overnights, all my earnings, anything that I would do overnight, including the earnings list. And I just bought some very light Tesla calls, just absolute lottery tickets here. $1,000 February 21st calls at 275. Again, lottery tickets are meant to be very light. I am not the person who steps in a gas station and buys, $5,000 worth of lottery tickets. That's when you call up 1-800-GAMBLER. But anyway, I went ahead and I took a Tesla overnight, and I just want to explain my reasoning for it. It's because Tesla closed near the day high today. You might be like, is that a reason? Well, you tell me. Last time Tesla closed near the high, notice like how you have a bit of a tail here, so I don't consider it closing near the high. I mean, I want it really near to the high. I didn't come up with the exact percentage, but you basically don't want much of a tail on top. Like the day high today was 860. It closed at 850, 840. I don't consider yesterday closing near the high because the high was 812.97 and it closed at $800. So not exactly as close. The last time it closed near the high was actually right over here on February 3rd, where it closed right. You see, like you have a very little tail, if any, right over there. And look, you actually gapped up $103 that day. Not only that, you did it right over here. Look, you closed right near the high on January 31st, went ahead and gapped up 23 points the next day. Last time before that, you did it on January 21st. Closed at 547.20. The day high was 548.58. You closed $1.38 off the day high in Tesla. That's huge. And you literally gapped up $24 approximately the next day. So because Tesla was closing right near the high, and again, you could even see on the timing of where I opened it, like right at the end of the day, I just went ahead and bought some Tesla calls simply because I've seen it work before. Right or wrong, I'm not going to take a crushing hit. And if I'm right, you could hit like a little mini home run depending on where Tesla goes. Tesla at the moment trading at 879 was as high as 888 after hours. We'll see how that works. Next on the agenda, how is my 100 EMA working right now? Well, I'll show you. So we're just going to take you over to one chart here. We're going to show you the 5-minute. We did a whole video. Watch the Newsbeat shows, and the line is still in pink from Valentine's Day. Very cute level. Makes me feel a little warm and fuzzy inside. And I just want to show you how my day started. Walmart. First call we made. Comes down on the 5-minute, hits it on the second candle. Remember, can't hit it on the first candle, otherwise the strategy is not really valid for us. Right over here, hits the level, bounces, bounces. You see that? Hits a low of 117.64, jumps right up to 118.22, and then just pretty much bottoms for the entire day. Pretty cool, right? And then we were watching Tesla on our list. Never hit the pink line. We're watching Ameren on our list. Did hit the pink line. Look, right over here. Ameren hit 1780, exactly to the penny. First time of the day that it hit the pink line. And bottomed. And again, Ameren isn't really a bigger mover. The biggest mover in the world is more of like a, low stress, low blood pressure type name. It doesn't cause high blood pressure rather than just low blood pressure. You get the point. You could just see how clearly it bottomed right there. Apple, this one I caught. Didn't actually make a lot of money on this one. Happened sort of late in the day here at 245. Goes through the pink line, shoots up. I buy puts, drops, never looks back. That's on Apple here today. Was also watching Roku. Um, this is Roku from today. Here's the start of the day on Roku. Never hits the pink line. We're also watching Beyond Meat. Never hits the pink line. We're also watching Alibaba. This one gap down, shoots through the pink line. We're actually calling in real time. We said wait for it to break 220 to go short. Goes to 220.23. Because when you're that close to a whole number, a decade number especially, you look for that number to break before going down. Called it, absolutely dropped. We're watching this BEN who bought like Mason earlier today. That was the news. Never hit the pink line. Go ahead and look forward. Kroger never hit the pink line. Moving on. Nvidia. Nvidia hit it on the first 5-minute candle. So we obviously discount the trade. If you watch the video, if it hits it on the first candle, you ignore it. So and then I think there was space as well, and that one actually didn't work. But again, psychotic name, I stay away from like an SPCE. And I know people are going to talk about it now. There are people who are going to look at that inverted red bar and they're all going to be thinking the same thing. And I find it so toxic how these traders always look at the same thing because it might make money today and that's great. But, if you look at that chart and your first thought process is, I need to walk in puts in tomorrow or short this thing into tomorrow, I mean, you're going to be right. You will be right probably more times than you're wrong. I can respect that from a statistical standpoint, but the psychological risk behind doing something like this is just obviously, at least for me, completely not worth it. Space at the moment just gapped up $1.30. Not saying it won't gap down tomorrow. That's not a lot for space, but we'll see what happens there. Okay. Algo levels for tomorrow, right over here. Here are the levels for tomorrow, February 19th. Write them down, enjoy them, take advantage of them. Maybe we need a new list that includes names like Tesla and Space and all these other psychotically moving names. Maybe that's what we need. But here are the levels tomorrow in the Q Spiders, IWM, Classic Fang, Gold, USO, and S&P 500. And I'm just going to go ahead and give my final thoughts. See, I told you it was going to be a very short video here today. My final thoughts are this in the market. I should be able to come up to you and I should be able to say, what is your number one most statistically consistently profitable strategy? What is that one? I don't want the three things you're good at. I don't want the two things you're good at. I'm not saying you shouldn't do three, four, five, six, 10 things you're good at. I'm not even insinuating that. But I am asking you one question. Can you tell me the one thing, not that you're good at, the one thing that you're best at in this environment? Because once you can really give me the answer to that question, and I know a lot of you are watching right now and you'll give me like, oh, I do best on this strategy. Yeah, prove it. What do you mean, Mark? Well, what percentage of the time you're right? Oh, I don't know. I haven't looked it up. I just no. Then you didn't do the work. How much money are you up on that strategy in the past 30 days to the penny? How much are you up? I don't know because I'm doing so many other strategies as well. Look, that's fine. I'm not saying doing a bunch of strategies are wrong, but if you are struggling in this current environment, it is very important to lock down the one thing you do best. What I showed you on that 100 EMA is what's working for me best in the current environment. That same strategy I showed you last week is consistently working for me this week. And if you're able to sit on your hands and wait for things like that to happen, trading becomes absolutely boring and absolutely easy. And that is most of the experience of what I have learned. Like I said, was going to be a very short video. Um, earnings names we picked. Congratulations, because we showed you our earnings picks from yesterday. Some of the earnings names we went over. We told you Walmart and HQY. Both of those names work. Look, even if you're in part of 10 different earning services, whatever you are out there, there is no reason not to join the Newsbeat Live Room for names like this. Right now, using our picks, using our methodologies, using our system, you could be up $80,000 right now. Last two names we showed you yesterday was Walmart, long overnight, beautiful move in Walmart as you could see. We also gave you LDOS. Here was LDOS today off the gap up on earnings. Look at that. Look at that move in LDOS. Just beautiful, beautiful gap up here on the daily. We don't flood you with a lot of names. We give you, you know, a few names. One of the names that are on our radar tonight, the only one that reported after hours here was HQY. We gave Newsbeat Live members that one. Again, you get the full earnings list. It's not even a separately sold thing here at T3 Live. It's just inclusive with your Newsbeat Live membership. So you could use the Newsbeat Live membership however you want. Maybe there are some environments where you want to scalp heavy intraday. Maybe there's some environments where you need a break. God forbid something happens in your family. You need to step away. So maybe you just want to do the overnights. You're not going to get nickel and dime for everything, for every single step you take. Take advantage of the endless all-you-can-eat buffet offered here in the Newsbeat Live Room. Nonetheless, I hope you guys enjoyed this show. Happy trading, make money. I'll see you guys tomorrow on the Newsbeat Live trading broadcast. Have a wonderful evening.